Okay, ladies and gentlemen, joining me now, she is a model out of the state of Virginia, Stormy Williams. What's going
Uh,
on?
Hi.
Hey, thank you so much for doing this,
Of course.
especially on a, Sunday evening. So, this will be good.
Like when I actually had time.
Yeah. How's the weather in Virginia right now? I lived up there for 3 years and it was like a tennis match back and forth.
Oh, it's still that way. It's still very much confusing.
What's it
Right
like
now,
now?
it's like, I think it's like 70 something, but it's like
Okay.
pretty dark outside.
Yeah, well that's typical getting toward the summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, just introduce yourself. How long you've been modeling.
Okay. Well, I'm Stormy Williams, but I go by Stormy the model or Empress Storm. And those are my Instagram names, by the way.
Oh, we'll get to
Also,
all that at the end. We'll get to all
okay.
that.
But yes, I've been modeling for really since 2012. I started taking this seriously in about like since 2019 after I got hit by a car. That's when I was like,
Oh,
oh yeah, this is the goal. This is it.
hit
um,
by a car?
yes, physically hit. Yes.
Wow.
And
Okay.
it was about a year and some change before that I was hit head on. So I was like, yeah, I should probably go for my goal and just go hard.
I
Yeah.
mean, go hard or go home. Isn't that the saying? That's what they say. I don't know. That's what they say.
Right, that's what
So
so I've done modeling just over the years here and there, mainly print, some runway, but
okay.
it's pretty much it. Yeah.
So when did you start? What year? So I know, like, what year
Okay.
did you start modeling?
So 2012, that was my first photo shoot.
Oh, so
Um,
the reason why I asked is because times have changed like crazy. Now it's
right.
all like social media. But I say 2012, was TikTok and Instagram going back
No,
then?
I think Instagram was still a thing. TikTok, no. And then even I think just modeling alone is like down here in Virginia, it's a really big modeling like underground world. I don't even know
Uh,
if I would say underground anymore,
Are you
but
in
it's a just
Central?
a
Are you in Central Virginia?
kind of. I'm specifically in Chesterfield County, but I
Okay.
I work all over.
Yeah, I was in Richmond for a while.
Yes, yes, and I
Yeah.
used to live specifically in the city for a little while, like some years ago. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so the whole world is different when it comes to modeling in Virginia. I wasn't really into the industry part of it back then. It was more so let me have some fun. I worked with a couple people here and there, and then about 2015, 2016, that's when I was like, okay, I was more consistent. And I worked
Hmm.
with, she's another model down here. I call her Lily, but Siobhan. And she's really, really good. And that's kind of who I was working with in like 2015, 2016. She was really on it.
Okay.
And then I've had gaps just from schooling and everything.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, so 2012, we're going hard for like the last 4 years.
All right. So talk to me about the process. How do you get in with these agencies? Is it messaging? Is it just like anything else where not a resume, but you just type up stuff and you send them a
Yeah,
pitch?
like
Yeah, you
yeah.
send them like a pitch, right?
Um, well, I'm a little different. Okay.
Okay, so talk about
I
that. Like,
Yes, I am a 30-year-old model. Okay.
okay,
I
and I was talking to somebody.
because
I was talking to
no,
somebody older. No, I'm not trying to be
yes,
like
which is
age, but
cool, but that's not like normally, and I look younger or whatever, but normally, like really, you're kind of starting to age out as you're getting up there,
hey,
or it's limited things
Stormy,
of what you can do.
Stormy, to make you feel better, I'm 36. Okay.
Oh, I don't feel no. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that my approach is different because I move more based on my experiences. I'm not with the agency at all. That's not my goal at all. I came in. I was working in this field earlier, but with the industry more so. I kind of started to pursue it more of this world when I was like the last few years and stuff as I got older, in my older 20s and stuff. So for me, I don't really care. It's a
There
passion of mine. It's a creativity.
you
I'm not
go.
one of those like I need to be seen everywhere. You need to put me on everything. Like I
Yeah.
just was in it's a thing down here like for the best places in Richmond called Richmond Venture, and I just for my
Yeah.
selfie, I just
Mm.
was in that. I didn't even know. I found out
Wow.
like 2 days after. Yeah.
So
So, I'm cool with being in things like that. I don't need to be high fashion. So where I come from with my modeling is strictly creativity based.
yeah, but how do you
It's
meet these
strictly
people? Talk about give me an example of,
yeah.
you
So
know.
for me, it is a lot of Instagramming. It's certain events I go to. I deal with a lot of or I know a lot of artists. So I've done a lot of music videos. So it's really just networking, getting out
Yep.
there.
Yeah.
Not just staying at home all the time
You
and
meet
staying
people
off
at
your
club?
phone.
Do you meet people at clubs?
No, I usually you can say I
Like,
may have met people at a bar or something if it was an event there, like a show,
mm-hmm.
like a showcase or something. But usually, I mean, you never know who you're running to. But I go to a lot of like the First Fridays events down here in
Mm-hmm.
Richmond. Um, poetry events. I know it sounds crazy, but I've met a lot of photographers there. Or I know DJs and things as well. So events that they're at, it may be
Mm-hmm.
photographers there, or maybe other models, just kind of in the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So I just try to stay out of network. I post my work a lot, but I also try to sit down. I'm part of KVAR, this website where you can submit like your photos and everything, whether it's you're a model, photographer, magazine, publisher, like everything. So that's a really good website to like kind of get into. I've been published just based off of that alone, like what about 3, 4 times this year. I've been published a total of 7, but just
Wow.
from working
That's
through that network
impressive.
alone, yeah.
That's
And that was
impressive.
my photographer submitting those photos. Like I didn't even know.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Well,
it's really
trying
just
to
getting to
trying to
know
get
and having those
you,
good relationships.
yeah, trying to get you notoriety, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of, okay, so give me a percentage of people that you know, that are independent, that grind, do the hustle on their own, like without any,
Seriously, I'm
just
not even gonna lie to you. At least 90% of the people I interact with.
they just grind and whatever.
Yes, really grinding, and they're
Hustle,
doing big
hustle.
things. Yeah, but I don't really know many that are part of labels or anything. Like there may be their little cliques, I can say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And some people, you may have different people playing different parts in those group, like the artist,
Mhm.
manager, maybe just a group of people that's just those showcases and stuff, or come together on those levels.
Yeah.
So everybody, yeah, it's really independent grinding, working together, networking. It's really like everybody I know is like hitting the pavement.
Mhm.
And that's what I choose. But then that's also what I choose to surround myself with. But they are also connected with people higher up in the industry as well too. So it's not like they're just out here just roaming around. Yeah.
So
It's great actually.
so you're the third model I've talked to in the last, I don't know, when did I talk to Julia? I don't know, like 2 months. So I'm gonna give you the question just like I gave the last 2.
Okay.
I'm a big percentage person, so I apologize for that. But what are the percentages? You don't have to, and if you plead the fifth or don't want to answer, feel free
Okay.
and be like, no. What's the percentage of photographers that are on the creepy side?
They're on the freaky side.
Creepy,
Um,
creepy,
Crazy,
creepy. Like,
creepy. Oh,
finally, we got the adjective right. All
um,
of above, Stormy. All of above.
pretty much.
Cracking me
Um,
up, man.
I really haven't had to have that happen, but I would say
Thankfully.
from stories I've heard, uh, eh, about good 70%. But I think it also depends on where you're placing yourself,
Do,
because
do you think
there are warning signs.
do you think they try too hard?
Yeah, I've had now. I've
Like
had
they mean well, but they just so excited and they, you know.
maybe.
And
Uh,
obviously there's attractiveness involved. I mean, it's a human
yeah,
nature. It's human nature.
yeah, there is, but I think it's how you can keep thoughts to yourself,
I
or
mean, it's not that hard.
yeah. And I think what draws the line is also the type of modeling you're doing. if you're doing a lot of lingerie shoots and a lot of like swimwear and all of that stuff,
There's
that may
the
bring you into some more creepy people. I don't do that much, so that's different. And a lot of models that I've heard had creepy experience. That's kind of their mainstream of modeling.
what kind of modeling do you do? Like as far as type of shoots?
More fashion. I do a little bit of everything. I have done lingerie, I've done swimsuit. But that's not, I try not to dabble into that too much because I don't want to just be stuck there. And that's not how I started out. So,
What you mean by stuck is in like the only traction you'll get is from that sort of stuff?
yes.
Yeah.
Or not being taken seriously in other parts of the fashion industry as far as like high
Because
fashion,
you want to have a
couture.
portfolio that's kind of broad, not just
Yeah,
I
and
said,
for
yeah.
me, I think I don't think I have made it where I can do all of those things and it's not, people aren't confused and like, why are you doing this now? Why are you doing that? It's all
Yeah.
like, wow, like Stormy, dang, you're doing another thing you're doing. I have set my personal career up that way. But you can kind of get stuck there because you'll make that money fast, more so quicker. It's a
Yeah.
little easier just to kind of like, yeah, you want to just do this, concept wise. So that's the only thing about
How
that.
how
But
much
creepy
of
wise,
it?
as far as photographers,
Yeah.
I've been fine, but I know it's very much a high percentage. But then I kind of like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. How much of it is clout driven? Like people trying to, you know, get cred for stuff.
Um,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like not that they're fake, but they do stuff for clout.
It's more so based on that. Yeah. I think that's with this anything now. It's not even just percentage wise. With just this industry, I mean, I guess it's high. I guess you could say in the 90 percentile. Just
We
because.
don't have to give numbers all, the whole
Oh
episode.
no,
Just
I know. I'm just saying, like, no. I know. I'm just saying, like, in general, it's that's just how everybody is now. So I don't know if it's, it's yeah, it's a big deal here, but it's like that's with every part of entertainment. That's with just the internet alone. You could be a regular person, just somebody's gonna try to do something to get views, get pointers, get points and so,
Stormy,
the
you know
cool
what
points
I'm
of
in,
it.
I'm the 90 and the 90 percentile of
What?
drinking alcohol while I podcast.
Right.
Actually, it's more frowned upon than you think. Actually, eating
Really?
is super eating because it interrupts the audio quality. Eating on podcasts is like number one, no bueno. Drinking,
Really?
drinking. I mean, people do it anyways because it makes the conversation looser.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
never knew that. And I
oh
do
yeah.
want to do my podcast this year. I'm
Because
launching it this year.
if you're listening to Spotify, you don't want to hear someone eating a carrot or eating shit.
Right, yeah.
It's like you're working out and all of a sudden you hear this like chewing. Yeah, see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a little
I've
much.
listened to a podcast where like people like have eaten on the podcast. I'm like, come on. Now, I've also but before people listening to this have heard other episodes, I have done a skit with eating, but that's different. That's a skit.
Yeah, that was intentional. Yeah.
That's like a 5-second chew on some jalapeno.
Right.
Like we had a pepper episode. Like that
Oh, well, that
doesn't
makes
count.
sense then. That's different.
Have you ever seen that what's that show? Hot Ones? And
No, I
then
think I
there's
heard it. Is that the one where like all the celebrities come and they eat like the most hot like
yeah,
wings or
and
chips or something?
as the conversation progresses, the obviously the hotter the sauces are.
Right. Oh wow. Yeah,
And but
I
then
haven't sat down and watched
you
it.
you should. There's a lot of good artists that do that. He gets like A list.
That's cool. And is it like actual conversation though, even though they
Yeah.
eat it
Yeah,
like
like something we're doing like to the core of, careers and stuff.
yeah,
Um
that's
but the one I did kind of was a gimmick of truth or dab, which is you have a friend and if you don't tell the truth, you have to eat something. But
mm,
I mean, it's the honor system. You really can like
exactly.
you know, don't you can't it's not that serious where it's like
Right.
if someone lies about it, you're not gonna be like, tell the truth.
Right.
you know. Uh
Gotcha.
yeah, speaking of the of truth, what are some stories that you've heard that like you really you couldn't believe were true? You got one? that's just like, really?
Um, does it need to be personal or just in general?
Whatever, general. It doesn't gotta be personal. If you, we'll go as far as you want to go. I don't care.
Okay. Um, gosh, I don't know. My life's so crazy. Um,
It can be a
hmm.
friend. It can be you. It can
See,
be
that's the thing. I definitely
a
the friend.
photographer that you've heard. I don't know.
Um, I'm trying to think of where I can go here where it won't be linked to people. That easy.
Oh, well, no, you don't have to put names. Just say, hey, I know this one
I know
thing.
that. I'm trying to think of even scenarios people know who they are.
Oh, okay. Well,
um,
we can move on if you don't want to.
yeah, let's come back to that
Let's
one.
come back to that. Let's come back to that.
Let's
I
get
don't want you to get
time
in
on that
trouble
one.
or call people out. Yeah.
That would be a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can give me something that
A little spice at the end.
later. Yeah, a little spice at the end. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Um, on the kind of a easier question for you, what are some fun shoots that you've done?
Ooh, okay. That's been a lot.
We'll pick one.
um, so one of my shoots, and I like doing things that kind of try to like push me and take me out my comfort zone, specifically with like heights. I don't like heights. Okay. So I like to do things like it was one shoot, it was at the river, and it may seem simple, but it's like this huge like boulder and it has like this little space in between. And it's like I had put the whole shoot together, like the whole meetup, all this stuff, had a few photographers there. Um, and I had to get up on this big boulder rock in the hot heat and fucking it was like glass right there and ash because people like do bonfires and shit. And then like I couldn't get down. It was a whole big thing, but it was fun. It was challenging. It was out the norm. I did another shoot where I love outdoor street shoots. So I love a good railroad track. I love a good like
Nice.
grumpy environment. I love the good like the long like staircases and stuff. I'm all of that. So I just did my not my last shoot, but one of my last shoots. It was in Petersburg, and so
Okay.
in
Yeah, I'm
like
familiar with that
downtown
whole.
Petersburg.
I'm familiar with
Yeah,
that whole area there.
yes, and I oh my gosh, and I was by what is it called? The restaurant, Crocus Spot. I was over in that area, but it's like
Mm,
abandoned. It's like a little abandoned like house there with all like the debris, and then it's like the rail trail. I love it. I did a thing with a cannon. That was my last shoot. I shot with a cannon.
yeah. Oh, that's
That was
cool. That's
dope.
cool. Uh, before you continue, this I just hit you up on Instagram, and you know what's crazy?
What?
You're one of, if not the first person that I know that I've met. Obviously, I met through the podcast that have been both Richmond and Orlando.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Which is like crazy.
It is.
are you a beach person? Have you done like shoots on the beach?
Yep. I just did one a few months ago. When was that?
Have you done Virginia Beach?
Yes, that's the last one
Oh
I did.
man. Man, I got a fun story. I don't want to you want to hear a fun story?
Story.
So, I got me and my buddy. See, I have no shame. He doesn't listen anyways. So, me and my buddy, we were like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Virginia Beach. Let's get like, cuz we were in our late 20s, so we wanted to party before we hit 30. We were like
Right.
27 or 28. And I was like, "Let's get all the hotels on the beach are fucking expensive as
Yeah,
crazy."
they
So
are.
we got like the lowest of low, like 2-star hotel for like, I don't know, 90 a night.
Dang, it was still 90.
Yeah. And then so we get to a club, right? We do the whole bar. I don't know if you've done the bar scene in Virginia Beach, but if you know what I'm talking
Yeah, a
about,
little bit.
we
Yeah.
started we started at the edge, I think it was called or something. And then all of a sudden we get into it. I'm not gonna go to the personal details. So we start arguing. Someone calls the cops, and then I'm walking and I just like the cop talks to me.
Oh gosh.
He's like, do you see two people? And I'm like, no, no,
Wow.
I didn't see nothing. I just walked off.
That is hilarious.
And then my bro, he felt bad, so he went to the store and got me some candy. So I'm
Oh
like,
my
I
God.
walk back to the hotel, and he's like, "Here, bro." He's like, he's got Kit Kats, he's got this, he's got that. It
So
was
your
funny.
night did good, I guess.
That's a funny story.
Right.
So, any stories like um memorable, like ones that you're like, I can't believe I got this shoot, like exciting?
Um, Gosh, I feel that way with everything, to be honest with you. Um, what was really cool was my first time doing runway. I thought that was a great moment. And it really gave me my confidence even to do my print modeling. Um,
Hmm.
I had been modeling, like I said before then, because I did my first runway show was in 2017,
Okay.
with B Sounds and everything. And he's a radio personality out here in Virginia and everything.
Hmm.
Um, and it was so crazy. Like I went to the casting call. That was my first time, like even going to a casting call that was that major. Because the last one was for the photo shoot, the first photo shoot I did, but that's a print thing, you know. So to be
Yeah.
with all these people and the coordinators and stuff, and like I got a call back, and I was so excited and hyped. And with the show itself, it was Strut to Hill fashion show, and it was the second one they did. All the proceeds went to, I believe, a friend of his that who child was going through like some health issues or something. I think needed
Hmm.
surgery and all of that. And then they
Wow.
also gave to like the children's hospital and stuff too. With all the proceeds we made, it was artists performing. We would walk like with the artists performing. During that time, actually, it was a designer. He didn't pick me originally, and but when we were at the show, I don't know what happened, like, because he had all his models. It was something, and he was just like, I love the way you walk. Can you just do this for me real quick? Can you just put on this shirt, this wig? It was like a purple wig with like a side ponytail. It was so because his designs were just like crazy. And he like just had me walk out there and then like
Speaking of creepy, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
but yeah, it was dope. So that was, that was a pretty cool experience. But I take everything personal in the sense of I'm very thankful because this wasn't necessarily, it's just
Mhm.
like I said, it's all creative. It wasn't something that I was like 5 and I'm like, oh, I want to model when I grow up. No, I didn't want to do this shit at all. I thought it was weird
Yeah.
actually to stand in front of the camera and like take pictures like that. So,
Hmm. Um,
yeah.
what's your most like prestigious shoot? I know you said you've been published a few times. Can you give me one that kind
Yeah.
of like
So
stands out?
Pump Magazine, I was very excited to get published in. And it's about how many I got in here? 3 in this particular issue. Um,
Hmm.
my photographer, D, he does videography as well too. Shout out to D. But he had submitted my photos, and I think it was like sometime in like all right, so I think it was like March or something. And he's like, hey, so on like April 30th, we should be or you're going to be getting published or whatever, your photo's going to be coming out of your shoot. The one I was talking about with the rocks, and then I had the
Hmm.
whole hype scene and all that.
Hmm.
So I was like, "Are you serious and stuff?" So then, he sent me the link and stuff when it came out, and so that was like what I was really proud about. I was proud about all the other submissions too, but I was like, "Oh, magazine, that's pretty dope."
Yeah.
Oh, what I am proud about, this has nothing to do with Marlon exactly, but it does because it's me.
I
I
mean,
was I was so hyped that Savage X Fenty liked a comment of mine like 2 days ago. And
wait,
the
you're
reason
what?
I just
Hold on. Say that again.
Savage X Fenty, by Rihanna, her line.
Yeah. No
I follow their
way.
page.
Yeah.
Yes, so I just posted like fire emoji. It was of her in the shirt, the wear a condom shirt. It was like one of the posts they made, and I've commented before. I was so ecstatic. They liked it. I was like, oh,
What? That's
now.
crazy. I probably felt the same way when John Cena followed me back on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah, the
It's so
wrestler.
it's crazy,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Him and The
And I
Rock are the only two wrestlers that would like freak out, you know.
really
Like if The Rock followed me on Twitter.
right.
Oh shit. Do you have Twitter?
I have an account out there somewhere that I haven't used since like
Back
sometime
since back in the
decade
day.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is it now? Is it like it's still
Well,
just
I
a
don't
group of
usually, since Elon Musk took over that
uh
whole, well, it used to be, you know, the check marks. It used to be, um, you know, you basically distinguish from celebrities to like the regular people.
right?
Now you can just buy it,
Oh,
buy
so they
the
did like the same thing they did with Instagram
Twitter.
and all.
Yeah, it's all buy now, and
Oh, okay.
it's
That sucks though. Like, I don't knock nobody for anything. I am not one to judge. I have bought it and tried it for a month on Instagram, and I was like, did it make a difference? No, not
oh, you
really.
did, you did.
Yeah, I tried it out. Yeah, because I don't give up. I tried it out because for me, it's not a celebrity thing. It's like, can I get more traction on my shit? Like,
Well,
how can
no, I
I
know a lot
business
of,
wise?
and
Right,
a lot of independent singer songwriters do it. A lot of them
right.
do it.
Just to see if I can, if the traction is different, because
Because
my
your
numbers are really
vision,
good.
when you go through different accounts, that check mark still holds weight. It still
Right,
holds like prestige.
right. And so, but for me, it was like, it was
Yeah.
cool. I guess it did something, but I don't know. Kind of the same thing afterwards. I was like, do I need to give Instagram
You're
extra
like,
when?
that money could be used to other things.
Yeah, really.
like outfits and
Right, like some tequila. I don't know.
no, this is whiskey. This is whiskey.
Oh, I'm just saying for me, tequila.
Oh,
Like I don't
oh,
know,
oh yeah. But to say like this is,
anything.
well, you went like this, so I was like, yeah,
Oh,
it's
no,
whiskey.
I'm saying in general, like just drinking. Yeah, like so. Yeah.
All right, so talk to me about more about your journey. Like, has it been a kind of rough road?
No,
No,
not at all.
luckily, knock on
Yeah.
knock on
Um.
wood.
Yeah. Well, not even that because it's only going to be how I take it.
Hmm.
Like I said, for me, this is creative. I'm not thirsty to be famous. I'm not thirsty to like be on nobody's anything. You know what I'm saying? Not thirsty to be part of an agency. So for me, this is pure fun. Like I am living my best life right now. I'm able to do what I want. I'm able to be creative. I'm able to meet new people.
Yeah, I'm sure you've met some
Showcase my
really
ideas and
important.
everything.
Yeah, you've probably met really important like friendships through this, like friends.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do have it's a person that's an actual designer of my RJ brands and customs. And he's oh my gosh, he is amazing. And he has styled so many people. He has styled a few celebrities and stuff too, which is great. Or they've bought like
Hmm.
his pieces and stuff. But I, and I met him when I did the fashion, my first fashion show, or runway
Okay.
show.
All
Um,
right.
but
That's
yeah,
cool.
I don't have nah, like because anything, even if somebody feel like they're trying to be a little like weird or they're trying to like here's I'm not going to pay you money for things that you're not supposed to pay for as a model. Like it's just certain things I'm not
Mm.
doing. Like I'm not it's just I don't know. I don't get caught up in those scams because it's like I'm older now too. So it's like I'm not just like, oh my gosh, yes, this makes sense. No, that shit sounds stupid. I'm not doing that. Like I'm not signing up for anything. I got like a Chris Brown, a message for like Chris to like to text Chris Brown's manager or
What?
something. Yeah, they like gave the name and the number. And guess how much I was going to get just for showing up at the shoot?
Hmm.
20K.
Yeah.
And they was going to send me, they was going to give me
Those
20K, but
scams are
then
real now. They're tough. They're like
yo,
so like
20K, but then I
detailed.
have to pay a makeup and hair fee, but you're going to pay for the hotel, the flight, and give me 20K, but I have to give you money for hair and makeup. That's weird. No.
Man, yeah,
Like,
that's
no.
scam written all over it.
Thank you.
That's a lot of
So, yeah.
money too. That's, that's crazy.
But if somebody's like really kind of like desperate or just think they have to do all of that, uh, then yeah, they'll probably get suckered into it.
Well, I've been scammed, so I don't want to be
Ugh.
a hypocrite. All right.
No, yeah, and but some of them you can get caught up, but like that one, that's like well, if you really just look at it, like you shouldn't have to pay a fee if you're college days. I've had a lot of my moments of just fucking stupid, crazy, whatever, drunk moments, right? So and the reason I bring this up is because it's like I still am cool with this person to this day, but this is so embarrassing. But this also shows like I laugh at myself a lot. So in college, I wasn't going to ODU, Old Dominion University
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah, I know exactly
I
where that is.
yeah, so I wasn't going there, but like after college, like after high school, some of my friends started to go there. I was still like up here in Richmond. So I would go down there and travel or whatever all the time. Bring my homegirls down there. My best friend was a guy, so like we would like I would go down there, see him and stuff. But it'd be all of us. It was like some of the people I went to school with, a lot of them went there too, and it would just be a whole thing of us. But I'll bring my homegirls and stuff. So we went down there, and at this time, when I first went there, it was like it was so amazing. It was their homecoming. And that's when J. Cole and Big Sean had just come out, like, or were kind of out for a minute, but you know, they were still like new. It was still like their first album.
Right, they were
So,
new on the
like,
scene. Yeah.
yeah, so like they were performing there for homecoming. So that's like the major reason I went down there. I still am in love with J. Cole. So like I was so like, oh my gosh, you know, all that stuff. Oh girl. So but at this time I was also talking to somebody that happened to go to the same school. And I think I met them like in Richmond one time at like a club or something. I clubbed a lot back then.
I
I was out.
mean, pot, you know, I did too.
Right. Good time. Good time.
Pot
So,
kettle, yeah.
so me and this guy, we had hung out, summing up, homecoming, go to the concert. Afterwards, everybody's just, the whole campus just turned up, right? So I'm hanging out with this dude because I leave my friends. I go with him and stuff. And we're going around like the campus, all these different parties, da da da. Get back to the dorm. He has a roommate, okay? We being grown, right? Trying to be. So I thought, and mind you, I'm lit, I'm turned up, but I just knew like I was sexy, right? So
You were in your 20s, right?
no, like then I graduated high school at 17. So then I was like 18 something. I was probably shouldn't have been drinking, but I was drinking.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. I didn't mean to shed a spotlight on that.
Oh, I don't care. I'm legal now. We so I try to be you know, cute and all that stuff, sexy. So I'm crawling, mind you, the roommate is asleep. They have the same room, you know, of course, two different beds. We got back late, it's dark as shit. Roommate sleep. The only thing that's separating their beds is like the dresser, little nightstand, right? I'm sexy. I'm crawling up the bed and stuff like that. I fall, hit the dresser, the nightstand.
Yeah.
They knocked the fucking lamp over and every goddamn thing. Like I never made it to him. Roommate trying to
You
protect.
tried. You tried.
I tried, right? And I just knew, oh, I had to look at everything, and I busted my ass. It was so like at that moment I was laughing, but I was more embarrassed than like of course now years later. And he just like he could not stop laughing. So this whole time the roommate is still asleep.
Yeah. Sleep.
Oh, so the next morning, like, he let me still stay there. Like it was funny. The next morning, you know, the roommate like leaves out for breakfast and stuff, and like never talks about it. And he definitely like says something to him like later on after I had left.
Sworn to secrecy.
So like to this day, he'll still bring it up. Like
that's funny.
So
that
funny,
is funny.
but like we're such good friends now. But it's hilarious. Like
that was worth the wait. That was worth that story was worth the wait.
Oh my gosh! On one hand, I wish people could have been there because it's like it was the most embarrassing thing ever.
That is pretty good. That's pretty good. What's the most rewarding part about doing all this? Like, what's the, you know what I mean?
Freedom, having a creative outlet, and being free to express that, and having control over my career, my everything. Especially in this industry, it's hard with the model and everything. Everybody wants you here, there, or like want to, you know, like everybody's not genuine either. So it's just rewarding just that I have been able to not have had anything serious or bad happen to me or been put in a really like messed up position or anything, especially being independent. I've just been really blessed and just really happy at the outcome. So, you know, that's the reward part. It's the freedom that I have to express and to just do me. Like, it's cool.
And then what's the worst part?
Having the freedom.
That's also the worst part? Oh, wow.
The reason why, because
I did not expect that.
No, what it really is, it's it comes with it, but oh my gosh, it can be taxing. It can be, because it's like, you know, it's a lot of money. Good thing, well, because I don't want to just do crap. So let me say that it's not a bad thing with money because I'm going to invest in myself, you know. And I had to start thinking of it like it's investing. But it's a lot on your shoulders. It can't be a lot. But I
Yeah.
like the pressure, but that would be like at the same time, it's like when you just can kind of just the world is yours in a sense, you can kind of just do.
The
You
world
gotta
is your
really stand.
oyster,
Yeah,
whatever the corny
yeah,
saying is.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um, you just gotta make sure you're really on top of it, and it can get a little overwhelming. But if you're kind of balancing yourself out and making sure you're taking your time to like mentally just kind of chill and everything, then you're good. Don't
All right.
overthink it. And I just go for the perspective of like, I just want to have fun. I'm having fun. I'm loving it. And that's just where it's going to be. If it's ever gets away from
Mhm.
that, then it's not for me anymore.
Well, let's continue with this fun theme. What are some hobbies that you like to do outside of?
Um, I'm definitely in nature all the time. Like I'm walking, I'm going through trails, I'm by the water. Like that's my happy place. The river is like anything really, water and trees is my happy place. But yeah, the river, I go there a lot. And I have my little spots and stuff. I read. um,
Really?
yeah, I read a lot. Right
What's
now I'm
your
reading more textbooks than actual
Oh,
books.
okay.
But I
Yeah.
love The Alchemist is my favorite. The Wanderer is really good.
Mhm.
That's by Walt Whitman. That's really good. It's a yeah, I'm just like I love books. I love to read. But right now I'm in massage therapy and then we're doing anatomy and physiology. So
Massage
I'm doing
therapy. Okay, yeah,
yeah,
one of my coincidentally the same friend I mentioned earlier in the podcast. He he went into massage therapy. He said it. I don't think
really
I don't want to speak for him, but he said it was like
right.
really really hard.
It depends. It
Harder than people like think it is.
think you wouldn't have thought you like I thought we were just gonna be like, oh, okay, you're
Yeah,
just breaking it.
like it's a degree or
No,
something that people pick just to try to get
right.
something.
It's not that. And see, if I wanted to do anything, that's what I've wanted to do forever is be a massage therapist. That's the funny thing. I have my own practice.
Well,
So
I've wanted to teach forever, and I'm running into blocks just because it's harder than I thought.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah,
My mom teaches actually. It's a
that's
lot.
funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Talked about that. There's some models that you look up to. Are there any ones that historically?
Um, I know this might sound cliche, but definitely Tyra Banks. And the reason I say that is because I really did like in my career now, I really have used like pointers from like even her shows or just her modeling stuff and with her insecurities and everything. Like because I mean, models have insecurity. You'll hear them talk about it, but she really like put hers on display and made everybody feel
Yeah,
comfortable with
yeah,
themselves. And you wouldn't, and looking at her, you'd be like, oh, well, you're good because even if you had insecurities, you still like made this money or this. And it's like, and she showed up in real ways. And I like the fact that she has also did other avenues. Like she was like, I'm just a model. She had her show, she did this,
right.
she did that. That's how I am.
She was on
Um,
AGT. She was on AGT for a little bit.
yeah. So, it's just like that's I look up to her. I look up to like, I respect all of them, but I was never either, because let me be honest. I was never one that was like, oh, did you see the latest issue of this? Did you see that person on the right? I'm not that. I am not. I'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen her. I remember her. Like, not on the disrespect thing. It's just
No, it
I'm
just
not a
you're keeping it
celebrity
real.
person.
Keeping it
Yeah.
real, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Rihanna though, and I know she's not necessarily a model, but she has her line and all of that. She does her thing. Um, she would be an example. I'm not her. Don't want to be her. I'm Stormy all
Mhm.
the way. But the way she has done her career, as far as showcasing it to the public and the diversity she has with
Mhm.
this everything she does, that would be me. That is me. Like I'm having my podcast launched. I'm a notary. I'm gonna have my massage
What's the
license. I'm gonna be
podcast name? Do you have a name
yeah.
and what is it?
I don't. I haven't fully solidified that.
Well,
And if
hopefully
I
the
did, I probably wouldn't tell
listeners,
you.
well, maybe the listeners will help you.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
anyone has a good podcast name for Stormy,
Oh,
let
please.
us know. Let us know.
Yes, because my whole and with my podcast too, just a little excerpt. It's like it's basically it's just a platform for any and everything. Now, I don't want to just do media stuff or covering like, oh, this person did this or this person did that. That's not my forte. Like, I'm more like it'll be more spiritual based and really having those real conversations and open the floor where people may not feel comfortable on whatever side they're on to speak. You can come speak at my forum, like my space. Like,
Can
it's going to
I
be
can I
perfect.
give you a suggestion?
Sure.
And you can tell me thumbs up or thumbs down. And don't be if you don't like it, I'm a
Very
man. I
direct. Don't
could
worry.
you can just say or be like, no, no, no. Stormy's diary.
I actually like that. And then,
You-
you know what's funny? I really fucking like that. I really do. If I go with that, I'm gonna definitely like you get all the credit. Like every
are you gonna put a book, like open the book as the logo?
I really love that though. And it's funny because most of the ideas I have, like what I have to narrow down to, consists of my name. So it's really
Yeah.
not even far fetched. Yeah,
And it
like
rings a bell. It
it
kind of
does. I like that.
Stormy's diary.
I
But
like that. And I'm gonna be starting to write my book too. So it's like I might actually like I gotta figure it out. That's I like that. Oh, you're getting that's going in the box. You're getting credit for that.
it's in the flower box, not all the way there yet though. Think about it. Isn't that what the kids say? Give flowers. Isn't that what the kids say?
Yeah, give the flowers right here, something to you,
Yeah,
something like that.
that's I gotta get one with the terms. Flowers. Back in my day, it was just give credit to somebody.
Thank you.
What's the other one that cracks me up? There's another one. Oh, no cap. I like no cap. That
Oh
one's
yeah,
good.
no.
I,
Or
I
they
love that. I
capping.
love
They
that.
capping.
I love that one. Do you know where that came from?
No, I really don't.
All of a sudden, like it's all over everywhere.
Yeah, I've heard like I remember like a long time ago hearing people be like say it here and there, and it's like, oh, okay, like not really big deal.
I
Like,
think
you
I
know,
heard that. I think I heard or I read the story somewhere, but I forgot. It's probably some corny
yeah,
thing.
something stupid. But
Social media. 80% of back to our percentages.
yeah,
80% of social media is stupid.
yes,
Okay, if
yes.
not more.
Oh my gosh, and everybody has a goddamn opinion. Like everybody knows everything when it comes to
Mm.
the internet. Like,
All right, last question, Stormy.
mm-hmm.
We reached the end. Do you
Yes,
have any advice for any aspiring model or anyone in general?
be make sure I'm gonna say this. Make sure you have peace, especially when it comes to anything dealing in the entertainment field. Well, with life, but especially with this entertainment industry, because I've done like music videos and things as such too. Um, just be at peace. Make sure you have a balance within yourself because you'll get pulled easily into like not so good things. Um, and that confidence thing will dig at you. If you're not okay with yourself and you're going into this world, you need to make sure you get it corrected quick. Love yourself quick. And the last thing I would say is just have fun. Seriously, like I've done things, amazing things, just based on the strength of like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, I'm not
Yeah,
scared. Like, let's just go. Like, whatever happens, happens. Like,
yeah.
because I'm still intentional with what I'm doing too. Like, I'm gonna make sure it's gonna make me feel good at the end of the day and benefit me.
Hmm.
Like have
And
it.
I
Don't be
hate
scared.
to I hate to be corny too. It's like be nice to people. It sounds really corny,
It's
but
not,
it's true though. Be nice to people. There's every time I hear on the news this, that, it's like why can't people just like be chill?
and it works out so
Like
well
I
when you
understand
are.
everyone has political views and yada yada
Yeah,
yada. We could spend a whole podcast on that. But
right.
what happened to being good to you know, I was at a Dollar General and my battery died and some guy like out of nowhere fixed my battery for me.
Wow.
There needs to
I
be
love it.
more, and I'm under the when I was a kid, I sound like back I do like back in my day shit. Well, back in my day, it was pay it forward.
Yes,
That's what he told me. He said, "Well, just pay it forward to somebody."
that was a huge thing for us. Yes. And I still go by that. And really, it has worked out for me, even with this
But
industry. You can't be naive.
I only let one person go in front of me in traffic.
Yeah.
Like if two like if two cars try to like get in front of me, nah.
See, you know what? They may catch me on a good day and I might
It's
let
one at
three
a
in.
time.
I might let three. I might let three. It's a really good day. It's a
You
really good day.
you've
But if you
let
try to aggress, you just might as well forget it. You waiting for everybody now.
I had to learn how to parallel park when I moved to Richmond. I'm from Orlando, like small town. All of a
Right.
sudden I get to Richmond and it's like if you don't know how to listen, if you don't know how to parallel park in Richmond, you'll learn real quick.
Yes. Somebody
it
was in a freaking building the other day. And
took
then
me
like I think it
one
was a 3-car accident. They was in the
and
building and two of the
and
cars
the
were like
e-brake
unarmed.
too. And the e-brake, you'll learn how to use that too.
Yeah.
You'll be like
Yeah.
there'll be like
Yo.
70-degree angle streets that you got to park
Right.
on the side of.
It doesn't make any sense down here. You know what I hate too? The highway thing, like exiting and entering the highway at the same time. Like that
Oh
shit's
yeah.
so dangerous.
Yeah. Like the roundabout on like Monument, I
Yeah.
think, or
Oh my God.
whatever.
It's
Um,
crazy.
all right, Stormy, this has been great.
It's been amazing. Thank you so much.
You have to come
You know,
back
this
on
was
the
my first interview too.
well, you have to come back and give me an update and
Of
sometime.
course.
All right, social media, where can people find you?
Okay, so on Instagram it's Empress Storm, and that's three S's, three fours, number four at the end.
Okay.
And then also Stormy underscore the underscore model.
All right.
And
This is
check me
this
out there. Facebook is a
yes.
Stormy Williams. That's it.
Subscribe,
Please.
all that. All that.
Yes.
All
Thank you
right.
so much.
Yeah,
I had
no
a great
problem.
time.
No problem. Take care, okay?
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.